So, veteran Afrobeat singer and producer Gabriel Oche Amanyi, I've been finding it difficult to pronounce that name, popularly known as Terry G, has taken to social media to question the growing trend of Nigerians abandoning music legend once they are no longer in the spotlight. The singer berated Nigerians for labeling legends, who shaped the music industry as outdated the moment they are out of the limelight. He compared this trend to what is obtainable in the West, where hip-hop legends like Jay-Z and Beyonce are respected for life. I hear people say, your time don't pass, and it sounds like brain damage. In the West, legends are respected for life. No one calls Jay-Z or Beyonce outdated. Their impact is honored, he wrote. Writing further on his X handle, Terry G said, but here in Africa, especially Nigeria, we are quick to discard our own. That's why we believe our ancestors were evil, while Western ancestors are seen as gods. Now I would come to you on this one, but before I come, let me just take this particular line. He said it's time to break free from that mindset. If you don't keep adding values to yourself and those around you, your worth will fade. No matter how great you once were, we must do better. Now, that's like the very captivating line on this particular story. Now, what qualifies somebody to become a legend?
All right, really? So that's very funny because, okay, what qualifies somebody to be a legend from my personal side of seeing things is to have made impact in the society or in the sphere where you are. Now, before I go to the music industry, let's talk about the writing. We look at men like late Chinua Achebe of blessed memory, Prof. We see living legends like Wole Soyinka. We see even the celebrated Chimamanda Adichie. Now, you see that these people inspire the young generation, inspire people who want to do more. Now, bringing it to music. Now, we see the likes of Don Jazzy's, who because of them, many have come into the industry. So, calling yourself a legend, it should be a very table shaking thing if you don't have results. So it's not about just maybe you've been back then doing things. The question is, what are the results? Has it been consistent? Have you been able to raise a community of like-minded people like you? Of course, I grew up hearing the whole Don Jazzy thing. The Terry G, the Apako Master. To some extent, emotionally we can say yes, he's a legend. Oh yes, because of course back then we knew him. But consistency, what impact did you leave in the industry? So to answer your question, I feel what makes you a legend is your impact.
Your impact. Now, do you think so? From all you've said so far, you think Terry G has not made much of an impact so far?
Well, I can't really say anyway, because I am not fan of his kind of music. And when I mean I'm not fan of his kind of music, right? Of course, we grew up listening to the Nakia Bako, you can only run.
Yeah, so, the free madness and all.
Exactly. So at some point, we stopped hearing about him, and I can't really say he's not done impact, but to the best of my knowledge, it's not something we are seeing, right? For example, I'm not fan of the whole Malian nations, but you can see that there are a lot of people who identify with him. the Zlatan, and
Yeah.
so a lot of people identify with them. You see that these guys have a long list of community and people who want to be like them. So I cannot really say that I've seen somebody who say, oh, Terry G really inspires my type of music and all of that. So we can't really make that judgment.
Now, do you think that's so because of his lyrical structure? Do you think because I know, of course, Terry G started from the church, and he also has produced artists like Nice, Awilo. Also, he produced Awilo Logomba at some point, and he started from the church. Now, do you think he doesn't have that sort of lyrics? Now, even if he doesn't have, do you think he doesn't have, even if let's say he doesn't have strong lyrics that, okay, people will say, okay, I want to emulate, but his pattern, his style of music, his way of his energetic persona when he gets on stage is something young people would like to
energy.
Do you get? So do you think those were not necessarily things people would want to emulate from him?
Okay, well, just as we're talking, I just maybe think that maybe Terry G could have inspired people like the Malian nations, because they also believe in the whole free, beltless and all of that. So I feel he might have inspired, but we are talking about saying, okay, because of Terry G, this is why I do my kind of music. We've not really had artists say such, right? We've seen artists who want to be like other artists, but I've not really heard young artists or people who are currently trending saying that, oh, he really inspired my kind of music. So it's like he had his whole time of fame, and then
he didn't make impact, much impact. Yeah. Now he compared I'd like us to go to the part where he said the Westerners. Yeah, he mentioned Jay-Z and Beyonce, and these people are people that we see and we know that they've impacted people. Now their kind of songs, they've run charity organizations, they've done things for humanity that will make, okay, when you see them, you want to accord them that respect. Now, is it just an African thing, or do you think it's just? Do you think it's an African thing, or it's just a Nigerian thing?
Okay, he said something striking when he spoke about your time don't pass. That sounded very emotional. But I feel that if you still hitting on impact can't lie. Impact beats the voices of arguments. What do I mean? For example, these guys, the Jay-Z's and co, who have foundations running, and they've done things, and they've, outside their music life, they've really stretched hands. Let me talk about Michael Jackson. You see, thank you for bringing, as we were just talking, I just thought of this man. Michael passed on, I think, 2009. Till today, his music is celebrated. Till today, his impacts, in fact, the whole We Are the World, that's from news, the news we received was that the whole money was channeled towards helping the Haiti people. You can see that heart for people. Michael is dead today. Are we still singing his praise? Yes. Will the next generation still know who Michael Jackson is? Yes. Why? Because the impacts are there musically, the impacts are there humanitarianly, if there's anything like that. So it's not just to say legend, and Nigerians or Africans are ignoring you. No, it's not true. Lately was the celebration of Chinua Achebe's book, Things Fall Apart. Chinua is dead. Did he come from the grave to say, Nigerians, Africans, you guys are not celebrating me? So I feel that instead of clamoring after recognition, impact, find a way to create a space, put your name on the sands of time, and people will live to honor you even while you are alive. So I think it's beyond trying to fight for a name. Okay, we should just come and honor you. Oh, one time this, one time that. Nah, that's not how it works.
That's not how it works, says the man. Recently, I saw that when you were talking, you mentioned what's her name now, Chimamanda. I saw that she was at your school.
Yeah, my alma mater.
Yeah, your alma mater, and I saw the way people came on for her. Yeah, that sort of impact for somebody that is still alive. Now, do you think that is happening because she moved past where she was? Now, some people will get into a space like the entertainment industry, like any industry at all, and get famous, and they feel like they have that I have arrived feeling. They have that I have arrived feeling, and they don't do things. What would you advise young ones who are seeing this now to do so that it would better their life? They won't make the same mistakes. Yeah.
You know, that's true. Sometimes lately, this was a conversation I had myself personally. Sometimes we clamor after, okay, myself as a gospel artist and as a spoken word artist, I want my gifts to be recognized. I want the world to celebrate what I've got. I want audience. I want, in fact, sometimes we sound proud if we say the fame, but of course, it's the fame that would bring your audience, right? That would channel what you've got. But it's one thing to desire for fame and another thing to understand how to hold it. So it's, okay, if 10 billion thousand followers follow you today, can you hold them in the next 2 years? Can you maintain and sustain that fame? That is one thing we young people should think about. Oh, I'm a writer. Oh, I'm a singer. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. Can you, the fame you desire to have, can you sustain it? So it's one thing to begin to think about long term, that's longevity in your sphere. Now look at Chimamanda. She wrote a book lately, Chasing Your Dreams, something like that. It has to do with dreams. So little wonder or no wonder she's back again, and this time around I heard she did a tour. She like came for different, so again she's reminding people I'm still here. I've not gone. So but for example, 10 years ago, the truth is, the hard truth is, I get them before no be property. If today 10,000 people richer than Dangote come up, he would just be a name that, oh, this man was once rich. But should he be also called still the richest man in Africa? No, your time don't pass. So I feel as far as we are alive, everything is a race. Let's take it to football. Look at what is happening now in the football. 5 years ago, it was Messi, it was Ronaldo. This time here, the Yamals,
the Neymar, the Son.
Come on, you can hear, you know that it's now an equal fight. Mbappe. So it's not just, it's one thing to say, okay, I once reigned. What are you doing to sustain your relevance? Something to think about.
Your name in the sound of
time.